Good morning. Welcome to the morning of day 2. We slept better than we ever have on a wild hike, but definitely not as well as other nights in our own rooms, in our own beds, you know. But our tent had a leak in it, which is fun, so most of the stuff got soaked, including my shoes. But the scenery is still very pretty, even if it is very overcast, and it's still raining. So yeah, we're gonna pack down and plan out the route for day 2. I don't know if we'll have it in us to go the entire way to Keswick over the mountains. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So the water levels came up so much last night. They're now up to here. I don't think I got any video of it yesterday evening. But the water levels weren't out there, the water levels were out there. They've risen basically from behind there to all the way up here because it rained so much last night. Not entirely sure why the rain was so, and the wind was so incredibly intense that the tent was kind of bending quite heavily under the weight, and even though it is ostensibly waterproof, we ended up getting the inside of the tent pretty much soaked because it rained so much, and you can see how much it rained because of the water level. I mean, if it rained harder, like if it was twice as much, I think actually we would have been flooded. We are still yet undecided as to where we go because it's kind of dependent on weather and stuff, and we have no signal whatsoever to get any access to weather data, so we need to go and hike somewhere further up the Cumbria Way where we can find signal, then we will decide where to go from there. I realised with the rising water near the lake where we stayed, we crossed a river to get there, and we suddenly had the realization that that river may have risen, and unfortunately that river has risen, and this was nearly completely dry. We were able to more or less walk across with just one small jump, but this is now a river. As you can see, there is absolutely no way, like this really was, like this kind of beach part went all the way in up to about here, and then it was just a small jump from here to there. This is now all water, and we stayed over the other side. That's the main Cumbria Way. We crossed the river when it was dry to get back up to our tent over there, but now we are going to struggle because this river is moving, and it is moving quick. Either way, we're going to go back and we're going to pack up our tent and our stuff and then literally cross this bridge when we come to it. We are camping over there. You can just see our tent. It's quite a way away. So we've walked up here. That is where the river is that we currently can't cross. Our tent is over there, and we've come up here because we think if we keep following this road, it will eventually intersect with the road. There's a river here, and our thinking is if there is a house there, which there is, then if we go that way it will eventually meet a bridge, because otherwise how does anyone get to that house? So rather than potentially soaking all of our stuff, we're going to head that way. We'll see if we can find a bridge, which we should be able to. We'll take the tent down and then we'll see if we can cross over by a bridge rather than a makeshift Legend of Zelda style log over a river. We found our river and we found our bridge.
And it all got narrower down there, and that's why we were trying to cross.
A lot narrower. But oh, there is.
It's like this.
There's a tiny little coffee shop.
I've just noticed a little green one to run in little sheep moments business.
Where?
Just on there, literally just by the road.
Oh, so there is.
And not a single crucified mole inside.
We just stopped for coffee. A light snack. Which, let me tell you, after a night of freezing rain, hot coffee is so good. So after some deliberation, we have decided that we are going to be going to Ambleside. The weather is going to be very windy and quite cold, although not raining today, so that'll be good. But we're going to be going to Ambleside. Yeah. Just a slightly shorter trip today than yesterday. Just because we weren't able to get started until about 10 o'clock this morning. Because we woke up at 6:30, but by the time we dried everything out, organised our bags, got dressed, took the tent down, then tried to cross the river. Yeah, it took several hours. So we're not going to really be able to catch up on time. So if we were to just continue the hike that we were supposed to be doing and hike straight to Keswick, I think we would run out of daylight long before. So we're still going to hike quite a long way today. We're just going to do a detour. So on to Ambleside. This house has so many chimneys. I'm really not sure what anyone needs with that many chimneys. I guess it's a hotel, but even so, crazy. This is the first time I've looked in a mirror all day. So we hiked all the way to Ambleside, and now we've kind of both sustained a decent amount of pain to our kind of legs and other bits. Barnabas has a ton of blisters. My knees are killing. It's almost like 25 miles in a day, and then 7 miles the next is going to be a bit challenging, but yeah, we're going to get the bus back to Ulverston and then finish up at the end of day 2 in Ulverston. So we'll end day 2 in Ulverston and then probably head back, because I don't think our bodies will be able to carry us all the way to Carlisle. So I hate to end a trip early, but the first night yesterday with the weather as bad as it was, and starting off day 2 on a terrible night's sleep, well, that's wild hiking for you, I suppose. But the good news is, I still got the photos that I wanted, because the Lake District is just so beautiful. So yeah, end of day 2, we're going to go and get the bus to Ulverston, then take the car back to Lincoln. I'll see you on the bus. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, see you later.
We just got off the bus at Ulverston and are heading back to the car. It's been a wild trip. Explain yourself. That is unacceptable. So a long journey, we're back at the car park. We're gonna drive 3 hours home. We'll probably have the deepest sleeps known to man. This is the world's ugliest service station. Yeah, I'm not sure.
They've got a Costa coffee though.
They have got a Costa coffee, so they also serve the world's worst coffee in the world's worst building.
That building looks like it should be on fire and it's international rescue helping.
It's true. I don't know why it's so close to the Lake District. Like how they got past the building codes.